We have had such a fun week with Taylor Hickson joining us every morning so far with cute kittens who are up for adoption at the Humane Educational Society. You're ending it on a bang, Taylor.
Yes.
These are cute ones you brought.
Yeah, this is Puddin' Pie and Mayflower.
Puddin' Pie is the orange
The
one.
orange, and Mayflower's the little tabby.
Okay.
But they're a great example of why it's great to have two as opposed to just one, because Mayflower's been a little bit nervous this morning, and Puddin' Pie has just been comforting her, and I think having each other together has helped them be a little less afraid.
It was really cute to watch because I made the assumption that they were from the same litter. That's not the case, but he recognized right away her fear.
Yes.
And every time somebody would come over and she'd begin to shake a little bit, he was right there
Yes,
to kind of guard her.
So cute. They've been kind of putting their paws on each other to comfort each other, and they actually just met this morning, but it's really sweet because he does seem to notice that she's a little bit afraid, and he's been trying to comfort her.
So when you're talking about how they go well together, that's the whole idea this week, is that you're doing this adoption called Two Fur. I'll let you elaborate.
Yeah, so you can, through August, you can adopt two cats for the price of one.
Wait,
so
through August or until August 1st?
Until August 1st.
Okay.
Two cats for the price of one, and it's $50, and that includes all their vaccines, the spay and neuter surgery, and a microchip for both cats. And a lot of people are like, well, I was really just thinking about getting one. Two seems like too much responsibility, but I promise it's a lot easier to have two. They keep each other company, they play with each other, they kind of keep each other out from getting into other things that you might not want them to get into at your house, and they keep each other clean.
Well, you know, it does not serve you well to say something that isn't true, because of course your objective is to get these animals into homes where they're going to be happy forever. And you told me this morning y'all were able to send almost 50 up north, and they will be quickly adopted when they get there.
Yes, we are so excited when we get these transports. A lot of times we have it more with dogs, and it's harder with cats because cat overpopulation is a problem across the country. But there are some shelters up north where pet overpopulation isn't as much of an issue as it is here in the south. So when our animals go there, there's actually people waiting for them to arrive at those shelters to adopt them. So it's really exciting for us. We have over 5,000 animals come through the shelter every year, and I don't think we could find homes for all of those here in Chattanooga, so being able to have that other outlet to find homes for them is really great for us.
And it's interesting, too, I think, if you've ever gotten a pet from the Humane Society or a shelter, if you lived somewhere else before, you know how you can come in with the idea that you want something that you have in mind, and very often you walk away with something very different because the personality of the animal captures your heart.
Yes, I think that happens very often. A lot of people come in saying, I want this type of dog or this type of cat, and then they walk through and they connect with an animal that is totally different from what they thought they wanted. And it is so much about that connection. The animals have a personality just like we do, and it's really interesting to see that just a dog reaching out or the way a cat looks at someone, how that totally changes a person's mind, and they have to take that animal home.
They do seek you.
Yes.
I think that that's definitely the case.
I think they absolutely choose their owners.
I tell this story very often of we have a little dog named Missy who we got from you 12 years ago. And the truth is, I went to the Humane Society because of one of Paul's pets. And Jed said, you got to go get this dog, Julie, because mine other one had passed away. So Meg and I show up. She was 3 years old, my daughter was, but the dog really just didn't play.
Yeah.
It didn't work. And over to the side in a little pen was the dog that we now have. But she just jumped and jumped and jumped to say, look at me, look at me. And we could not let her go. Out of the hundreds of dogs who were there, she's the one who caught our eye. And I know you see that every day.
We do, and it's so awesome. I love that because people are so set in their mind of this is what we want. And it's so cool to see that they have that connection, and all of a sudden, this is the animal for us.
But I think it's also important to stress, because when you go, and right now y'all are doing this through appointment only, I think it's only human nature to see all these precious animals, and you feel bad because you can't take them all.
Right.
But the truth is, pick the one that calls to you, because the ones who are left behind are going to call to somebody else.
That's exactly right. Yeah, it is overwhelming, and it is sad sometimes when you see all of the animals. One of the great things about the appointment only is you're not subjected to seeing all the animals, because we kind of bring them out to you one at a time.
Oh, that's nice.
So you get to spend a little one-on-one time and get to know them better. And your heartstrings aren't pulled as tightly because you're just seeing a few animals.
Well, you do have a lot, and you can't possibly get to know all of them. I'm sure you rely on the foster families to let you know a little bit about their personalities. Do you know anything much about these two, how old they are, or?
They're both right at 3 months. As you can see, Mayflower's a little bit shy, but she's very, very sweet and loving when you start petting her. So I think, she would just, as soon as she got in a home, if you just give her a little time to adjust, she would warm up and be a really, really sweet kitten. Same with Puddin' Pie. He's not right now, but usually he's a little more energetic and playful. So that might be another reason they'd be kind of good to go home together. And as you can see, they're kind of cuddling up together now, which is just so cute.
It really is cute. And the thing, too, that's so good about getting them when they're this age, I had not realized until I fostered, but when they're younger, kittens are fragile little things. So you're taking them home at this age, and they're healthy and ready to go.
Right, and that's one of the reasons that we like for them to stay in foster until they're at the age they can be adopted, is because they are very susceptible to disease. So when they're staying in a home, they're not around 300 other kittens at the shelter, so they're much more likely to stay healthy and happy, and they really adjust to people better. So that makes them more adoptable because they're more friendly when people come to meet them.
Okay, so what you want to do is go to the heschat.org website and make an appointment. You can come and let them know what you're there to see. Hopefully it will be, though, the kittens, and take advantage of the 2 for adoption. Again, it's a microchip, spay and neuter,
and all of their age-appropriate vaccines.
All that for $50, and you go home with 2 playmates to love and watch, entertain you.
Yes, can't beat it.
Cannot beat it. Thank you, Taylor.
Thanks, Julie.
Y'all are so cute. We're back after this.
This order could be more than